Is authenticity overrated? Perhaps. Every situation, every social interaction with others, particularly high-stakes settings where the consequences of our behavior are important or high, salient, requires us to engage in a high degree of impression management, control our behaviors, separate between input and output, and make an effort to self-censor, self-edit, and repress the spontaneous, impulsive version of ourselves. So from that perspective, it can be understood why individuals with high EQ, high emotional intelligence, are more effective in social interactions with others because they're less emotionally reactive, less impulsive, and they can control themselves. They don't need anger management or to control emotional leakage. Others can't see through them very well. And in a way, they resemble poker players, actors, politicians, good salespeople. You might think of them as authentic, but they're engaging in very effective impression management. If you think about authenticity from the perspective of being truthful to our own values, interests, or core drivers, well, then the advantage of authenticity for others depends on what those values are. If you are a crook, or you are dishonest, amoral, or your values are selfish, self-centered, and you have a bad effect on others, I'd rather you are not authentic and you act in an inauthentic way so that you suppress the toxic effects or negative effects you can have on other people. And the final point that is important is that most people don't care so much about whether your behaviors are authentic or not. What they care about is whether you behave in a way that is rewarding to deal with for them. Most people would rather work for a boss who is good and inauthentic than a boss who is bad and inauthentic. And it should also be reminded that authenticity is mostly in the eye of the observer, in the eye of the beholder. It is not how authentic you are or you think you are, but how authentic you are in the eyes of others that matters. In that sense, we understand why people who come across as charismatic are seen as more authentic, because they're more likable. And also how people who act in consistent ways, who display high degree of consistency between their thoughts, their actions, and their different behaviors in different instances, might come across as more authentic to others, because others have a natural need or desire to predict what you're going to do and to explain your behaviors. They don't like to be taken by surprise, and they like to understand why you behave in accordance to the situation. So with that, I hope this has been useful and that you enjoy the authentic version of me. Thank you.